What up, everybody? I got a good story for you today, but before I get started, I, of course, want to kind of reiterate some things, as well as clarify some things. Rippaverse.com, you know we have a sale. There's been a bunch of upgrades, logistical upgrades, got some shipping updates. Monday, be prepared for that. Definitely you international customers, we got some even lower rates that are going to be coming in. They should be implemented as of Monday. But right now you can get in on the merch sale that we have right now, $7 off of everything. A big thing as well, AIRSjuly.com, if you are an Ultra Mech, you know you can redeem the Ultra Mech covers. There's been some confusion on that. You're going to, of course, get slacks going off and everything, but you, of course, are going to get free shipping domestically. But the Ultra Mech cover comes with the membership, so you're not paying anything additionally. So you just check out, and there's $0 that are going to be certainly charged to you. So be sure to check that out. There's a bunch of different perks. You got free shipping that comes with the Ultra Mech covers that pertains to the Rippaverse as well. So if you are getting other items from the Rippaverse and you are Ultra Mech, your account is tagged. As soon as you get logged in, you will be able to take advantage of the different perks. We're going to be really emphasizing EricDJuly.com, doing a lot of cool stuff for the members. But today's feel-good story is this right here. H-Time. Woman shoots, kills man who tried to rob Southwest Houston food truck. Now, you guys know how I feel about thieves. Maybe you don't. I think they are scum of the earth. It requires nothing of you to not steal from someone. Nothing. As my dogs agree. It requires nothing of you. However, there are people that try to. Remember in the summer of 2020, you had all these weirdos who were actually trying to justify people being stolen from, businesses being looted because, oh, well, they got insurance, that sort of stuff. And that culturally creates a situation where people obviously don't want to live in those areas anymore. People don't want to invest in those areas, and you're crippling the people that are trying to make honest livings that are in those areas, sometimes for generations. But this story right here, older woman, grandma, actually, 53. She's a cook behind the counter. It's a soul food truck. I need to be visiting that. Out in H-Town, trying to make an honest living. See, they got pork chops. They got all kinds of stuff. Good old soul food. And what happened, as it says, is Keyshandra Howard Turner's family owns the truck. It's been operating in the parking lot out of South Main and Fondren for about 3 years. She and her family started Elite Eats in 2020. Oxtail, and we've got hamburgers, pork chops, wings. Ooh, man, next time I'm in H-Town, I'm gonna get some of that. So people come from all over to eat here. Says, according to Lieutenant Brian Bowie, a man pulled up to the food truck. Imagine being this, that scum of the earth, man. You're out here trying to rob food trucks. Tuesday around 1 p.m., bright daylight too. So it says, and asked what they served. When Turner showed him, the man pulled out a gun and got out of his truck. She was able to close the window, but the man opened it back up and put his arm inside of the food truck, pointing the gun at her. That's when, according to Bree, the suspect tried to shoot, but his gun jammed. Turner then shot the man several times. He collapsed about 50 feet away from the truck. He was pronounced dead at the scene. That's exactly what he deserved. It's funny, you get these leftists, usually these communistic leftists, who are like, oh, you think people's lives are less valuable than folks' property? Yeah, if you're trying to take it. And clearly you value the property over your own life when you're trying to rob people. So good on her for being able to air this sucker out, which is exactly what happened. Robert didn't fire a shot, doesn't matter. You aggressing on someone, definitely pulling a gun, doesn't matter if it jams, doesn't matter if you weren't even planning to shoot. It is not on them to assess whether or not you are going to threaten. Well, you already are threatening their life, but to what extent? So they urge your bitch ass out, and that's exactly what it is. You can see her right there. I love this look on her face right here. Demanding the cash, grabbed a gun, killed the suspect. And again, this is my thing about theft, about property rights violations. The problem with the government, the state, in various areas, this happens in Texas, so more than likely nothing's going to happen to this grandmother. But with that being said, in other areas, not so much. They have all these ridiculous rules that you have to follow. You have, like in Minnesota, where they have duty to retreat laws, which means that basically you can't shoot someone unless you are like about to die. Essentially, I don't know, the guy has the trigger halfway pulled and you have to be running away. you can't defend your own property. You saw people that were, for example, charged with that pawn shop owner who a looter was in his pawn shop. He aired his ass out like he should have did, and he got arrested for murder. What people, particularly these leftists, people act like gun control, pro-gun control, yeah, get rid of the guns. They think that's going to just get rid of all crime and all that stuff. What they don't seem to understand is that it's the deterrent, okay? If people know they're going to get bullets in asses, they start to act right, just a little more. But the problem is that the government has strapped people's hands behind their back in a lot of different areas. But that's by design, okay? Of course, they want you far more dependent on the state than being able to take your own defense in your own hands. Defense of your family, defense of your property, defense of other people's property and being brought on by security. They want you to follow all of these rules because they know it makes you dependent upon them and it validates them in their existence. I've said many, many times, issues of like crime, a lot of this stuff gets, you got like in California, you got certain laws where people can just run up out there and they're going to charge essentially with anything if they are, or not a felony at least, if they take under a certain amount of stuff there's no deterrent. So, of course, the areas, people are getting out of those, and I could totally understand that, especially businesses, but in the same respects, these problems can be resolved by individuals just being allowed to protect themselves and their property by any means necessary. And sure, if there's let's say mistakes being made, then of course you're responsible for your own actions. But if people are going to use aggression upon peaceful people, they deserve to get aired out, period. Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.